So this is kind of jump into today's video straight away. So I'm gonna be talking about how to deal with change and kind of the ways that I use to deal with changes and how I deal with them. So change is something I guess a lot of people don't like doing. So because we get so comfortable doing the same thing, getting the same job, doing the same thing day in, day out, doing the same thing on the weekend, hanging out with the same people and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we hit a point in life where we do need to change up what's going on, especially if we are unhappy and many other factors, like it's time to grow as a person. You're kind of starting to outgrow people that you hang out with, or your job. You need to start making more money, for example, or need to move to a new neighborhood. So some of the things, the way that I've kind of because your brain, before I jump into that, the way your brain is designed is to keep you safe, and sometimes change isn't safe. So you start getting anxious, anxiety picks up, and all that kind of thing. So the little things that I use to deal with change, I guess it's each day. Each day I try and do something different. So that is, for me, for example, I'll drive a different way to work because I have about 4 options I can take, different roads to go down. So each day I try to go a different way home and a different way to work, and mix it up each day so it's not repetitive. And also too, another thing I do is try and order different food and coffees and drinks. So drinks and coffee are the same thing, but then try to mix it up a bit. So then your brain's not, going to the same thing, and it kind of gets better at adjusting to change and doing little steps to get there. Especially if you do have a big change coming up. Like for myself, I've got a few things planned that are going to be, a pretty big, uphaul for me, and it's taken me a while to actually start planning it and all that. Actually, I pretty much should say a majority of it I have planned at the moment. I just don't have the balls to take the step yet. So this is why I'm kind of doing a little thing. And then say if you are doing a change, put a date down and then work out little steps the way to get to that, and prepare yourself kind of thing. And then when you are in the moment of changing, or anxiety and all that be up, just take that kind of step back and take those deep breaths in. And this is so important. The breath it helps to reset your whole nervous system, especially if you're doing deep diaphragm breathing. And to get some box breathing when you hold for 4, out for 4, in for 4 I should say, or you can do it 6. I do 6, sometimes I do 8, just depending on my mood. So these are kind of little tactics too. And also just a point in is, when you are dealing with these changes, look for things, or even ask yourself, how does this benefit me? And your brain will start scanning for those things, and even write them down if you're having trouble to scan them down. So sit down, 10 minutes of your day to sit down and thinking, why is this change going to be good for me? Say if you're going through a breakup, especially, how much am I going to grow as a person? How much more I can hang out with my mates, for example. So just kind of looking at little things to, look at the benefits. So it's, with dealing with change, it's always going to be hard. I'm not going to lie about it, but it's looking for little things throughout, your everyday life to do a bit differently. So when it does come up, you do the transition so much easier. So I hope this video helped you today, guys, but cheers for watching.